Ooh, ooh, ooh. I still like this angle. I think it's great. So what are we doing? We kind of, I don't want to say trashed. Trash isn't the right word. This helmet, which I think looks pretty darn good, bevels and all. I don't think it's going to be for the Kite Man look that we had. So we ordered a new helmet that actually has a flip down visor, which is pretty cool. So the new helmet we're working with, it's kind of more of a bike helmet. Yeah, it used to be a pretty tactical looking helmet. We kind of took everything off, took the visor off. Now all we need to do to make it a Kite Man helmet is put our kite right there. So this will be the third, fourth, something like that, kite related object thing that I'm making for Kite Man. We also need to fill in these holes, these three right there. The only bad thing is if as soon as we fill in these holes, we're going to have to paint the helmet a totally new color of green, which is going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. But it's what we're going to have to do if we want to fill in the holes first, you know? Or we just have to leave them, and they're pretty unsightly. So we have to fill in the holes, repaint everything pretty much, and then we'll call it good. So that's that. This, let's not worry about this. Let's not even look at it for right now. Just forget it exists. I'm gonna flip that. Can't even tell what that. Well, you can still kind of tell what it is. Move that like that. Normally you're able to see me. I don't know what I did here. You can move it up like that. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Everybody's doing good tonight? Fantastic. So that's what we're doing, making a kite. It's pretty simple stuff. We have our new kite template. We already made that, so that's really easy. It's a Saturday night. It's 9. This is our normal start time. So we're going to see if anyone feels like joining in. I'm going to see if this is the absolute best piece of foam we can cut this kite out of, or if there's a better piece we can use. Not quite on this piece. I don't know why. I get really stingy with the foam, you know. Just the way it be. Yes, this is the best. This is the best way to do it. Absolutely. Okay. All right, well, let's make it happen, Captain. Sharpening stone is right here. I don't know, I've not been making stuff a lot this week. I have been kind of making stuff limbo, as I don't have a reliable place to paint right now, and then I don't have anything that really needs to be fabricated. I have a lot of stuff that just needs to be finished, and I'm gonna be real clear. I prefer finishing things because it feels nice. It feels pretty good. That is weird. I want to see just the way the light is in this room. It's really off. I'm gonna see if hitting it with a little bit of heat will fix that problem. It certainly did not, but I do know how it can fix the problem, and that's by looking at it from a different angle. Maybe popping on a phone light here. I don't know what's up. Oh yeah, there we go. I would never do this normally. One-handed cut with a phone light. But Yikes, that's just really, really pitiful trying to pick that up. Oh, yikes. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't know what I'm going to figure out as prop making thing, but we're going to take that rough piece right there. I'm going to trash this bit. I mean, this is beyond useless, this little one. We're going to sand this down. We're just going to sand it till it looks nice. Because, yikes. I mean, like, most of this is just like, what can you possibly make out of that? But, you know, it's all good. That's pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said before, it kind of sucks. You can't really see what I'm sanding, but, you know, such is life. The thing is back over here. I think I need to check this kite pattern, make sure this thing is even in and of itself. Make sure it's even like square. It sure as heck. Oh, it's totally not. All right. I'm catching on. Slowly but surely. I'm starting to hate diamond shapes. I'm not gonna lie. They are not super fun to be making right now. I've made too many in the past 2 weeks. I'm not having a good time. Pattern making has got to be my least favorite part. I don't think those line up at all. They sort of do. I do not know. I hate kites so much. Starting to dislike Kite Man's whole shtick right now. I'm not gonna lie. Need to redo the pattern. Need to redo the pattern. All right. So, pattern making. This is fun. This is a really fun experience. Trust me. You don't know it yet, but it's a blast. All right. There we go. I'm going to make a totally whatever, mostly square piece of paper. A musk. I'm sorry, I don't even know what that means, Jamie. My essence? My dudeness? I don't freaking know. I'm a musk. Dictionary, check it out. We can't make a kite though. That's what we're having trouble doing tonight. So we're gonna try to like redo the pattern for like the 18th millionth time. I think this kite right here is compromised. Nightbringer. I do not have a spare Nightbringer. Someone just asked for one. Nightbringer free since 2018. That wouldn't work. Nightbringers didn't exist yet. All right. Let's make a diamond. Let's make it 1 inch. That's gonna be too narrow. It needs to be a little bit more than 1 inch. One and a half inches. Oh yeah. There's our kite shape. I always forget that making a kite is literally 2 lines. Must be the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I just can't help myself. Be who I want to be. Oh, it's so small. Tiny little kite. It feels like the first time. Like I never felt before. Trying to look at it. Look at our night. Look at our Kite Man reference. Yeah, kite's too small. It should be laughably big. I want it to find the perfect thing between too small and laughably big. That's the kite we're looking for. We're gonna put all our failed kites right here. We're gonna see how many failed kites we make. Yeah. This is list paper. $7 for a roll sheet thing of paper, right? I think it's worth every penny. I've made all sorts of patterns on this thing, and it's great because for $7 you get a whole bunch of it. So get one of these. It'll last you literal years in the pattern making if you are as slow, time consuming, and whatever as I am. In that case, it'll last you a very, very, very long time. There we go. All right. Making a new kite. Take take like a million, it feels like. Good Lord. We need one shape. We need a diamond. Let's do it. I hope people are liking this new camera thing. Not a lot of people tuned in last time when I had the new camera. I really like the new camera because it shows more of the work spot. And then if I want to talk to it, I can talk to it. You can see me, look at the camera, whatever. And it doesn't, I feel like it detracted before. I feel like it detracted from how would you say, I feel like it detracts from the main point of the show, which is the prop making aspect. And maybe that's me, who's just like, maybe people want to actually, we're going to go 1.5 inches. Yeah. Let's try it. Like, let's just keep making kite patterns until. How are you guys doing? Seen any movies recently? Is this the kite pattern? Is this the kite pattern we've been waiting for? Maybe. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look great. Oh, I think that's not bad at all. I think that's good size. I like it. I think we finally found it. Just going for it. You just gotta go for it, man. That's all it is. Just go for it. I wonder if we could use. Shoot, I wonder if we could use this piece. Oh, this piece is perfect to make the kite out of. I mean, this weight can sit like this on there. It'll roll right off. That's funny. Okay, let's grab a different Sharpie. So that way this might work. Now I think we found a pattern we like. And now I could be false into thinking that this is a pattern I like. I could be wrong. I could probably like hate this pattern as soon as I cut into it. That's a possibility. Where's my Sharpie? There it is. Nice hands. What can I say? I was born with them. Come on, is that not funny? That's comedy gold. Okay, whatever. I want to know if anyone ever rewatches this. This is mostly just me talking to myself. I talk to myself a lot. The only person who'll listen. Oh man. So 52 means that we've been doing this for a year. Really over a year. Honestly, it's been almost 2 years since we started. But because we're so incredibly inconsistent, like we've been doing this for over 52 weeks, but because of our beautiful inconsistenciness, so it took about 4 kite patterns to get around. I'm going to put a check mark on this pattern. That's not a check, that's a V, but I'll take it. ladies and gentlemen, that is our kite. It's not bad. It's not great. The worst part is I can see I need to sand it, but I think it's literally only that side. So we are only going to sand this side. And I mean, literally just so little that we don't need safety. See what I'm saying? Such little sanding, no safety required. Really? Okay, so almost. Almost. I hate sanding so much. Fudge. That's not, it's close enough. I'm gonna go with the close enough route because I'll sand until this piece no longer exists. Best part about this piece, we're just gonna glue it on. That's all we gotta do. That's all we gotta do. We're gonna heat it up. This part is the back. So we're gonna heat it up. We're gonna just put it on, dude. That's the funnest, bestest, easiest part. We are working on. It's gonna fly away. Our helmets for Kite Man. Hell yeah! So we were making a helmet, and then we decided making a helmet is for losers, which it is. And so now we bought a helmet, and we're just gonna slap a big old kite on there. It's a pretty big kite too. That's okay. How else are people gonna know you're Kite Man? Yeah, I like that. Put that right there. Kite Man, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Because we're gonna go to Origins was the last one. This one is called Gen Con. So we're going to be going to Gen Con. There's a bunch of HeroClix events, but it's mostly a board game / cosplay convention. There's a heavier emphasis on cosplay on this convention than there is at Origins. So I'm planning 3 cosplays for pretty much every day. We're leaving really early on Sunday. So yeah, I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be the first time that my cosplay and HeroClix is going to kind of meet. And I'm pretty excited for that. I have a cosplay for every single day. Kite Man, my new rule for conventions is I only make 1 new costume for a convention. That's it. This last convention, Detroit, I did 2 new costumes, but one was super easy, so it was no problem. But I almost ripped the hair out of my head making one of them. So from now on, each convention, just because we spend all this time making costumes and we wear them maybe once or twice. And that gets me. I'm like, I spend more hours building the stupid thing than I even ever spend enjoying it. Which I think is a total bummer. I think it's a huge bummer. So yeah. Man, you're literally in the next room. What do you want? Leave. Never mind. Whatever. Don't you have videos to edit? Got him, Mr. President. Sorry, every time I try to do this. So basically, we're going to be gluing. Great friends, dude. I don't think I'm really truly at odds or rival with anyone. Except maybe Simeon Bruce. That guy sucks. Hate that guy. Crush him at HeroClix though. If you would have went Deep Squad, you might have had a better chance. Pokemon's a different world, man. All you gotta do is you send me gifts, I'll send you gifts. But if I'm the only one sending gifts, no one's sending gifts back, get out of here. Pokemon Go, it's really, I think that's player versus environment more than anything. I can go into a whole rant about Pokemon Go. There's really, is there a way to win that game? Sure, collect every Pokemon. I guess, but even once you do collect every Pokemon, are you gonna stop? I don't know. It's up to you, I guess.
So now We've entered really cool sicko gas mask mode, which I love. What side is this? This is the side. Nice, nice. Howdy, howdy, let's get rowdy. Ranch hands assemble. I'm just going to paint a bunch of it on, because I honestly don't know where it's going to end up on this thing. I'm totally going to eyeball it. That's how I like to make stuff. It's how I like to do it. If it goes really bad, I'm going to be really sad. That rhymed. Funny. But yeah, like if it gets put on wrong, it's going to really suck. But I'm not about to do all this measuring and all this other lame stuff. That's not how it goes, man. It's not how it's going to go. Ranch hands assemble, though. Hell yeah. Okay, so I bought a kite. It looks bad. Now there are probably some kites that I could buy that wouldn't look bad. Like I have a way to put it on my back. That's easy. I don't think I'm gonna have a kite for this first like inaugural kite man. Because he walks around without a kite. And it's not that I'm trying to be lazy. Because I could be. I mean, I could be a lot lazier with this Kite Man costume than I'm being. Well, actually, I haven't seen many other Kite Man costumes because pretty much no one else has really been Kite Man. In the mainstream media, like when you Google Kite Man cosplay, nothing really shows up. So I think the best way to do the kite is to either custom make one out of fabric where it fits your body, torso dimensions, so you can go through doorways, you can do whatever, right? And it would be out of fabric, and it would be with like kind of like fiberglass poles, the cross section. I think that would be the best way. That would probably be the best way. I don't think I have time for that. What I've seen is one other person that I found on the internet has cosplayed Kite Man, like for sure. And he bought a kite, but the kite sticks out really far down here. And I want a kite that more or less follows a straight diamond pattern that will fit to my body better for like kite wise. So I also thought maybe make a kite out of foam, but I don't have enough smooth back foam to make a kite out of. And it would just be like, it would be a huge headache to make one out of foam. It would just be miserable. Because if you don't use smooth, like on both sides foam, you're gonna have to sand one side totally off, and it's gonna look gross and weird. And if you do blah 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 blah, do all this other jazz, it's still just gonna not be the best. So I think foam could work. If you have smooth on both sides, foam could totally work. But man, oh man, oh man. I just think getting a real kite's probably the easiest way to do it. When I type on like green kite in Amazon, it pulled up some good ones. Like you want to find a totally like flat color green, right? And unless you have like a kite store, you can find your perfect kite. You can try it on. You can see how it's going to look on your back. I think you're just rolling dice with whether or not the one you order is going to look good at all. So I'll probably have a fabric kite made. It's not going to be made of kite material. It's just going to be fabric. And it'll pretty much just be that. And then it'll be like more or less cut to my body dimensions so I can still sit down so it doesn't go below my back. And then it'll go like a little bit more like taller than my head, I think would look cool. But either way, it's going to be a really small kite. Now, for like taking pictures and not walking around a convention, finding an actual like green paraglider thing would be really, really dope. No convention, no people walking around, but just like purely for really cool pictures. Find a Batman cosplayer, like a Riddler cosplayer, a Joker cosplayer, and then find an actual like paraglider. That would be dope. That'd be a great photo shoot. Now I guarantee the Batman, Riddler, and Joker cosplayer would have no idea who you are. Like, probably at the convention, I'm gonna try to find a Riddler or a Joker to like fight against, and I want to have a Batman just like to choke hold me or get like a picture of him punching me or something. But they'll probably have no idea who I am. Because at the last convention I went to when I was Guy Gardner, I had a Batman. I said, could you punch me in the nose? Like, can you just make it look like you're punching me in the nose? To that iconic scene when Guy gets just smashed in the snot box by Batman. And that dude's like, why are you having me punch Green Lantern? And I'm like, whatever, man. Just whatever. Don't even talk to me, man. I mean, thanks for the picture, but geez, you're Batman, dude. All right, let's not screw this up. Okay. There it is, ladies and gents. There's our kite.
All right, so cool. There's the kite, man. Ranchan versus Ranchan. Yeah, man. If you got a Riddler, let's do it. The Riddler in Jokes and Riddles was crazy. He like carved a question mark. He was weird. First supposed to be like a year one Joker or whatever. There it is, man. That looks pretty even. That looks pretty good. Looks good to me. That's all that matters. That's cosplay for you. Hey, if it looks good to you, think you're gonna have a good time. That's all that freaking matters, man. Cool. Let's fill in these holes. I don't want to, because like the helmet's a nice green. It's a fine color. But once I fill in these holes, I've like completely taken this helmet apart, and I feel bad. But yeah, once we haha, that's funny. I didn't notice that before. It's kind of got this. This is where the visor would flip in and flip out. Still having trouble tinting the visor. Need to buy some visor tint for that. But yeah, man, what a nice little foam bit for a nice helmet. It's pretty cool. I like the helmet a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and put those bits on. This is going to be easier than everything else just because it's really simple. You take 2 parts of this epoxy sculpt and mix them together. And we're gonna need so little amount. I can already tell when I pinch this off. See, I feel like that's not enough, but I know I'm gonna do an equal part of the other stuff. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna pinch a little bit more on. So you take part B. This is part B, right? The part B is normally darker than part A. And in the majority of mixing, quote unquote, we'll just say chemicals together because they do have a chemical reaction and it makes them work or whatever. And the majority of it, part B is going to be your darker, harder compound that I've noticed in glues and stuff. And then part A is normally your activating part. I mean, they activate each other, right? Like whatever. And it's normally softer and lighter. I noticed like this stuff is lighter, and then another type of like, what is it? Those are about equal size. Mix them together. The silicone stuff, part A is a lot lighter than part B. Just something I've noticed. It may not be that way with literally everything in the world, But for silicone and sculpt, I've noticed, and these are by 2 different companies. I bought this sculpt in 2015, and I don't know when I'm going to use it all, because pretty much every time I do use it, it's in little itty bitty sections like this. Like I'm just like literally using like that much, and that's it. And it's crazy because I bought this thinking, I was like, oh man, 2 of these is $30. This is so little amount of stuff for $30 whole dollars. You know, I like how it says mixed thoroughly. Like, yeah, I got you, bro. So yeah, man, that's Kite Man. We're gonna be filling the holes in this helmet. This is kind of busy work. It's not foam work. I don't know if people like seeing foam work. I honestly prefer working on this stuff when we do live streams, because it means I have no ham-on training mask for the majority of it, and I like that personally. Just because when I talk to people, but in these last couple of months, I haven't been talking to people. So I wonder if the fact that I'm off screen most of the time, it makes it look like I'm not even here, because such a big majority of it is like all this other stuff. We'll have to see. I want someone to just definitively like say like, you know what, man, keep the camera. The camera's awesome. Or you know what, man, maybe you should ditch the camera. The camera's kind of detracted from the show. That's all I want to do. Wow. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this bit. Like you can tell once I fill the hole, you can tell because it's there. It looks weird. It can look as rough as it wants on the inside, because on the outside it's going to be smooth. See, and I knew it. We're not going to use all of it, so we're going to let a little bit of it go to waste. We're really going to let that much go to waste out of these huge tubs. I don't even know if they have an expiration date. Like, goodness, I should figure out a big project to use this stuff with, because it feels like I pretty much I'll never use it. I would think that's relatively true. I would say so. Those are those, man. That's that. We are going to clean up the kite then, because we ripped off all of this weird Velcro bits on it. And so we need to go ahead and we need to take that off. But right now I don't want to move the helmet too much around. Look at the inside there, filled in those holes. And then once we take a little bit of sandpaper to this, you're not even gonna notice a difference. Obviously, we're gonna put tape over the kite when we paint the rest of this helmet. So that's really cool. So yeah, the helmet is well on its way to getting done. We got that done, we got this done, and I think we're gonna call it there. So once again, and actually do this. Oh, a bunch of clothes. Forgot about those. We'll just move the camera up. That looks so weird. So once again, I want to thank everybody who tuned into the prop shop. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you like the camera on like this right now, not if you tune in right now, but if you liked the camera, if you like the camera more on the workbench, like it was like literally a minute ago. So if you're tuning into this now, wait for it to be over and scroll back and turn into it. But if you liked the camera there, let me know. Like these ones have not been performing super well, but I know in the past that some live streams just don't perform well at all. It depends. Certain people need to pop in. There's certain people that are great, like awesome, like I would say friends of the show sounds weird. But basically that I love it when they pop in and we talk shop or just talk about whatever. So I love getting off on tangents and rants like that. I love making things. This live show pretty much just means, hey, get off your butt, make something. I have been in a pretty much a maker rut for a couple of weeks now, and it sucks. I hate not making stuff, but I just like not doing anything, you know, so it's good to make stuff. If you are putting off making anything, go do it. Don't be like me, go do it. So Let me know if you like the camera on the tripod or if we should switch back to the camera on the whatever, where you see me, you see a little bit of the table like that. Tell me what you guys think of the camera. Anyone is getting whatever, this like 40 minutes in. These last two have been really short, but just because like no one's been popping in. But yeah, let me know if you like the camera or not. Besides that, we have been doing this for over a year, technically. But this is our 52nd episode. This is our quote unquote year anniversary. I wouldn't really count it, but this is our whatever week that we've been doing it in a row for, and we've not been doing this show in a row at all. But I was very smart to, I was toot my own horn. I was very smart to label these. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tell me if you like the camera. I know I keep saying tell me if you like the camera a lot, but really seriously, tell me if you like the camera. I want to know. So yeah, you guys have a good one. I will see you fellas in the next one. Go make something.